Transportation Committee. I have the great pleasure, Mr. Speaker, of serving both on the Rules Committee and the Transportation Committee. And rail isn't one of those things you think about as being a unanimous issue in my great state of Georgia, Mr. Speaker. And I've taken the train from Atlanta down to New Orleans, so I know we have some great stops on Amtrak in the great state of Mississippi. But if you want to take the train from Atlanta to Columbia, South Carolina, it's about a 3-hour drive right across the way. That train's going to leave tonight out of Atlanta at 8 o'clock. And not tomorrow, but 2 days from now, that train's going to arrive in Columbia, South Carolina, having connected through the city of Washington. Makes no sense whatsoever, but that's just where the rails are. That's where the rails are. Now, you contrast that, the complete meaninglessness that rail has for me, that Amtrak has for me in the great state of Georgia, since it takes me absolutely nowhere I want to go at a speed that I desire, at a price that I can afford. Contrast that with what's going on the Northeast Corridor. My friend from Massachusetts, I wonder if he ever gets on a plane to fly back home. If I lived in New York City and worked in Washington, D.C., I wouldn't even have a Delta frequent flyer number. I'd be on the train every single trip. Why? Because it provides reliable, fast, inexpensive service for the most densely populated population corridor in the United States of America. That has always confounded this body, Mr. Speaker. How do we balance the needs of that northeastern transportation corridor where Amtrak is so meaningful, so valuable to so many people? I don't think the roads and the bridges could handle the crush of humanity in the absence of Amtrak. We balance that success story, the only profitable corridor on the Amtrak route, with what I would argue is a tremendous failure in the rest of the country, where I can fly to Jacksonville, Florida, 48 hours faster than I can ride the train there, and at a lower price. This bill is about reform, Mr. Speaker.